I know I'm looking a little crazy, but I told myself that I'd post twice a week consistently, so here I am. I'm going to be super sniffly in this video, and I sound obviously really congested because I am 3 days post-op from my rhinoplasty, but I wanted to make a video to do like tips and like everything that I did a month prior to getting it done, just because like I honestly don't have that much bruising or swelling. And like one of the scariest things, like before I made the decision to get a nose job, why is this truck, oh my god, this is the biggest truck driving by, that's probably gonna be so loud. Anyways, before I made the decision to get a nose job, I would always see videos of girls after, and they would literally, most of them would be like so puffed up, they couldn't see out of their eyes, they were so bruised, it honestly looked scary. So I was like, oh my god, like that was the part where I was like, I don't want to look like that. But I was pretty strict with everything that I did a month prior and a week prior so that I wouldn't have to look like that. And I honestly don't look that bad. Like it's a little bit more bruised here, tiny bit bruised here, and like a little bit puffy right here. So it's not, honestly not that bad. So I will tell you everything that I did and show you like all the supplements and like everything that I bought to have for the last couple days that is non-negotiables. Like you need these items to survive. Maybe not survive, but you need them. Okay, so November 2nd was almost exactly a month before, and I cut out, starting that day, I cut out alcohol, dairy, sugar, and gluten. I know this sounds really intense, but it honestly made me feel so good. Like why can't I speak right now? Oh my god. Made my body feel really good, and also did clear up my skin and made me lose weight, which was like almost bittersweet because I was like, fuck, okay, so cutting out alcohol, sugar, and also not eating out, like I wasn't eating any greasy food, really does do the trick, like, because all these great things happened and I was like, damn. But I honestly thought cutting out alcohol would be harder. It was not that difficult. There was a few times where I was with my friends and I was like, it'd be fun to be like drinking right now, and I couldn't, and I just had to like go home early or like not join what they were doing. But honestly it was not that bad, and the dairy part was like a little bit difficult. Honestly not that bad, just because my mom is vegan, so she was like, this is so easy, I'm just gonna make you what I make. So then it's honestly easier for her to cook anyways, to make like specific things that don't even include dairy. But I honestly just like I was doing so much research of like anti-inflammatory diet and like what I should be eating. So I was eating a lot of like wild blueberries, like frozen blueberries, and including pineapple in my diet, and papaya, and like just so many things. If you should look up online like anti-inflammatory diet, like that will be the best. And then of course like drinking a lot of water and staying hydrated on the days leading up to it. Oh, actually, hold on. Before I talk about the week prior, I started taking, like the month prior, I usually would take vitamin C, but I was like kind of like, I just started being bad at taking it. So I was actually taking consistently every day. And then also bromelain. I honestly don't know how to say it, but it's like the pineapple extract. So it's like if you're not eating or drinking pineapple, like you can just take this, which I was doing this. And then on top of that, a week prior to the surgery, I was also drinking pineapple juice. I would try, and because I have a juicer, to have like, my mom would make like fresh pineapple juice, or should get like the big liter pineapple juice from the store, which isn't as good obviously because it's not fresh, it doesn't taste as good, but it's still, whatever you can have is good. So the week before, if I didn't drink enough water for the day, I'd have like one of those like liquid IV packs, like trying to stay as hydrated as possible, because obviously if you're like dry down the inside, like it's not going to help with the swelling and bruising and everything. So that was the main thing, is staying hydrated and just eating clean as possible, and not eating out. Like I wasn't going to restaurants or eating any greasy, unhealthy food. which obviously made me feel really good also. And then getting a lot of sleep, of course, especially the week prior, making sure you get really good sleep. I feel like that's probably basically all for what I did month prior, and I can show you the things you need for the week, like post-op. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, so basically 100% you're gonna need Q-tips because you're gonna need to be cleaning the outer parts here of like the crusty like blood and everything. And then as well as I had this like mini Vaseline I would keep on my bed, or I have the huge like Aquaphor tube and just kind of like put that in your nose. Or I was also using, or I am using Polysporin. That's good as well. This, you will, like, you need cough drops because on your first night of sleeping, I had these things up my nose, so I could only breathe out of my mouth, which was literally insane. Like, breathing out of your mouth, like, sleeping like that is so bad, and your mouth is so dry, and then your throat gets so sore. Like, I felt like I was, like, so sick because my throat was, like, it was just sharp in there. It was so sore. So, cough drops and a mouth spray, like a hydrating mouth spray, is so essential on the first, like, I honestly only needed it for the first or second night, but like, especially the first night, I would wake up multiple times throughout the night and have to spray it because my mouth was so dry. It literally was like a fucking desert, and that was not nice. So those are definitely essential. And then micellar water, like any, it doesn't really matter which one it is. I'm getting a phone call, I can decline that. Micellar water, it doesn't matter which one it is, and some cotton pads, because like you can't really wash your face, so I would just do that. And honestly, like, my face is looking pretty fine for not being able to wash it for like 4 days or 3-4 days. Like, that's kind of crazy. And then also getting like moisturizers that are very gentle on the skin, like the CeraVe one. This is like a gel moisturizer for the daytime, and then I would use this Avene, I don't know how to say it, flat, whatever, like more heavy cream for night. But these are like very for the sensitive skin, because you don't want to use any actives or any like retinoids or any of those kind of active ingredients on your face, because your face is very sensitive. Even if you're not putting it directly on your nose, your face is still connected to your nose. And then Arnicare, this is for bruising. I just kind of put it here a little bit, but you can't get it in your eye, so I get it right over here. But this is a gel that just helps with the bruising and everything. I'm probably gonna put it on actually pretty soon. But I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, and then also I got these. My hair is literally so greasy. I have not washed it because I'm not allowed to wash my hair. I've been taking body showers. I'm not allowed to wash your hair. Basically, you can get these on Amazon, which is like, they give you this when you leave the like surgeon, obviously, to like hold the blood, but you should buy another pack. I just looked up like nose gauze straps, because like once you take off the initial one, obviously you're not going to keep the one that has a lot of blood. You're going to want to switch them off. I only used a few because I honestly didn't have that much blood after the second day, but like some people bleed way more, so these are definitely good to have on hand. I feel like that might honestly be it. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, honestly, and then just keeping up with your painkillers and all that, because it starts to hurt, and if you do not keep up with them, it will hurt. But I honestly think that everything that I did a month prior, even though it was like super strict, might have been a little bit intense, but was worth it because I don't have that much bruising or swelling, and I would much rather cut out alcohol and cut out like things in my diet to look a little bit better than to literally look like a puffer fish. So I know I sound really congested and this is kind of embarrassing, but to make a video while I look like this, but I did tell myself that I would post every week. So if I look like this week, I'm gonna have to make a video. So hopefully this can help somebody if you are looking into getting a nose job. You can also send me a message on like Instagram or anything if anybody wants to know about the surgeon that I went to, because he was really awesome and I've had an amazing experience so far, and I get my cast off on Monday, so I'm really excited to see the final result. But hopefully this helps if you are scared and want to know what to do a month before and what to have on hand post-op. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.